If you don't have one, or if you have one and you're ready to upgrade, it is, especially today, what we have done with all these top features and the power that we're bringing to you, it will solve so many problems. As we're going through winter and you're looking outside and you're looking at your, again, siding and your gutters and your garage door and your driveway, your sidewalks, you're saying, oh my goodness, I need some spring cleaning. I gotta get rid of this mud. I gotta get rid of this debris. It is the absolute best car wash you could possibly ever ask for. And we'll talk about all those great features, but let me go right into this amazing today's special with thousands that have already been spoken for on the day. Normally, this would retail at $159.99. Today, for our big outdoor spring event, we're offering it at a one-day only special at $119.95. On top of that, we're also featuring with 5 monthly flex payments. So basically, less than $25. We will ship this right out to you with your shipping and handling. Only thing you need to do is choose what color. So let me quickly go through that. We're gonna introduce you to your guests. I'm gonna show you completely non-intimidating. I can power wash with this, one of the most powerful power washes we've ever done. Simple and easy to do. You choose green, we have blue, we have red, or we have it available for you in the gray. My friend Peter Kilcullen, I know, is standing by via Skype. Peter, we come from the very same place up north. I say this time of the year more than ever, when you realize how much you really need, how much life is gonna be so much easier having a power wash at home. Good to see you, my friend. What a great today's special.
Thanks, Lynn. Great to see you as well. And you're so right. When you have this pressure washer at your house, just like I'm at my house, you are going to be amazed at what you can do and what you're able to clean. So from the car, and the garage door is actually open. I'm gonna have to shut the garage door so we can do that. But I wanna show you something I think everyone can identify with. And it's like a quick before and after. It's like what you can do with this pressure washer. If you look at this, this is what I did earlier. This brickwork and all the mortar in there looks brand new. But let's look over here. This is what it used to look like, mold and mildew. It basically looks black in there. So I'm gonna fire this up. Remember, you have that adjustable nozzle so you can get the perfect amount of pressure that you want. So let's get that right onto that brickwork, and I want you to see how quickly and easily you can turn that into looking new again. So if it's the actual brick, it's the brickwork, all that mortar that's in there, all that, I would like to say this was just one winter, but I think this was a lot more than that. I mean, look at how it comes off, and I'm doing nothing. There's no hard work, there's no scrubbing. Oh, I gotta get this spot right here. Look at that. Black, and it all comes off so quickly. Look at that, that entire brick was just black with mildew, and it looks fantastic. And there's no elbow grease, there's no scrubbing. You know what there isn't? You don't have to know anything about this. You're just gonna point that pressure, that 1900 PSI at the dirt, the mildew, wherever it is, and you're gonna see great results. How about the side of the house, Lynn? I know that's a big one. If you live in those areas where there's just so many storms and wind, and maybe there's dirt just blowing up on your house, so you can see, now this is exaggerated dirt on the side of our house, but it is fantastic, even if we're all the way up the second story, the top of this doorway. It is incredible. And again, super easy. How about the white paint on that trim? Just let that power hang out on that dirt and start to blow it all away. Top of the doorway. Then if it's the windows, how about the windows and the screens? You don't even have to take those screens out. Just blast it all away from down on the ground, no ladder. I mean, it really is so, oh, I gotta get all that dirt on the top there. You gotta start from the top, Lynn, right, and go down, and you are gonna be blown away. Even if it's just the bugs and the cobwebs on those screens, you're gonna love it. So if your house is wood siding like this, vinyl siding, aluminum siding, brick and stucco, you're gonna be blasting it all away. And what's so cool about a pressure washer is you're talking about jobs that without a pressure washer, you're just not doing. You're not able to do it. It's impossible to scrub it clean otherwise. But with a pressure washer, you're gonna love doing this because it's the easiest job out there because you're not doing any of the work. So we saw the door and the windows and the side of the house and that brickwork. I wanna show you the fence. If you have an old fence like this, and this fence is classic already, look, it's super green, weathered. In Florida, you know, this could be one season, but let me get to the right amount of pressure that I want, and then I can start further away and then just move in close if I want more power. But watch that green just disappear. I mean, it is so awesome when you can control the power, can see instant, amazing results. That's why you get obsessed with your pressure washer. Immediate, you know, instant gratification. You see the difference, and you're not working hard. This can do it all. It's super small. Oh, real quick, Lynn, can you see I've got 20 feet of pressurized hose. I'm not using this unit right next to me, the red one. I'm using the blue one over there because you don't have to be right on top of it. You remember, do you know, Lynn, it's funny, that I first presented a pressure washer back when my son Harry was in my arms. It was on Father's Day in 2005. He's now 6'2", he's 16 years old. So I've been around a lot of pressure washers, and I love the 20 feet of pressurized hose. That makes all the difference. 36 feet of electrical cord, all you need to do is hook it up to your garden hose, and you are a cleaning powerhouse with very little work. It's so cool.
And Peter, I'm not surprised that so many thousands have already been selected since midnight last night. I know green right now is going to be the first to end up selling out, so it's great to have your choice of colors. But the other thing I love is that portability too. This is something I said, non-intimidating. It's on wheels, so it's easy to take to all those jobs. Just to showcase, right here in the studio, I'm doing this one-handed, okay? Just on brick, to give you a little example. And this is like, I don't know what, a lot of matter of seconds, even in the ground, it's instantly gone. You know, it's funny, Peter. Just the other day, I live in a townhouse community, right? And it was like probably a couple months ago. And they had the homeowners come out and say, you are all responsible to power wash your driveways. And we have somebody we are gonna provide for you. Do you know, Peter, it was more expensive to get someone on, it's not a large driveway at all, just to come out and power wash the driveway. I'm thinking, why? I can do that myself. I have a power wash. And what a difference. And literally, it did not look any different than when the professionals came out and they were power washing my neighbors', you know, individual driveways. So whether it's mud, it's, you know, whatever it may be, and we'll show you more great examples, but here's the thing. Value-wise, for the PSI, $1,900. Can we talk about this? You will not find, and please go online, do the comparison shopping and all of that. This is a one-day special, a one-day opportunity that we're offering at $119 and change for really some of the top features. And I know exactly what you're saying, Peter, 16 years ago. I can't believe, Harry, you're 16 years old. That's just mind-blowing. But I mean, that power, people years ago, how much, and they use it all the time.
Yeah, it's incredible when you have that power, and then you can really control it so it's never intimidating. It makes it easy. Now, I'm going to show you this, Lynn, because you mentioned the driveway, and then I'm going to show how we can wash the car. Look at my driveway. Now, I'd like to say that I just saved this up for the Today Special, but you can see on the driveway how much dirt and grime is in there. You can see the spots I did earlier today, but look at the kind of results you get. But look how quickly you can move through this. So even a large driveway is not going to take you very long. You've got all that power. That's what's nice about the 1900. Normally you would think you would have to go all the way down to that pinpoint, but you don't. You can widen that up a little bit, get close, cover more area, and get those jobs done. But I mean, when you see the difference, it's immediate, it's instant. You're going to love it. So let's talk about the car, because I know the cool thing about having a pressure washer is you might use it, you know, every few months or the seasons. You're going to come out and do the outside of your car and the house on the fence. But the car, you can do that every single week and you'll love it. Again, I can get that spray a little bit wider. So I'm just going to rinse it off, kind of get the loose dirt off there. And again, it makes it super fast and easy. Believe it or not, Lynn, this is Harry's car too. I don't know why. I don't know how that happened either. But okay. So we also include the soap canister. So we're going to be able to apply soap maybe not just to the car, but certainly the car, maybe deck cleaner, things like that that you can spray on, let it sit, and then blast it off with the power. So here we go. Low pressure, we can apply all that soap, the wheels and the wheel wells. This makes it so easy to soap the entire vehicle in seconds. And then normally I would let that sit just for a few minutes. You don't want to let that soap dry on there. But by letting it sit for a few minutes, starts to pull and draw a lot of that dirt off there. And then easy rinse. That is it. It's a great way to wash the car. It's a great way to get your car kind of really cleaned up from the winter time. If it's the wheel wells, and certainly the wheels, we've had a lot of salt and sand on the roads. So it's a great way to clean the car. And I love that you can do this in between doing the jobs that we really need to do, that have really taken on all that dirt and debris from the wintertime. Yeah. We showed you that fence and how you can refinish that wood and bring it back. So maybe you're thinking it's time to replace that fence. Before you do, maybe hit it with that pressure washer, bring it back, and maybe it's time to paint it, or maybe just to water stain it, or water seal it, or stain it, any of those things, again, without having to replace the fence. Decking is another area where this thing makes a lot of sense. If your deck is looking old and worn out, this can do a great job. Start a little bit further away, and when you really want to get that deep down mold and mildew that's in that wood, that's what you have to do with the pressure washer. But it's such, you know, you see the difference immediately, and it's not a lot of work. All you're doing is holding that trigger, and you talked about at the very beginning, Lynn, it's not intimidating. As soon as you let go, it all stops. You can control that power just like that. It really makes it simple, and all you're doing is hooking up your garden hose. It's super simple. So for anyone who's never had a pressure washer and thought, I'm not sure if I can do it, this one you can do. Earthwise makes all of these products specifically for you. You have a house just like I do. You have a driveway, you have a deck, you have windows and a car. You will love this pressure washer.
Oh my goodness, like you said, just for spring cleaning to get, you know, all the screens. I remember, oh, it was such a nightmare. You know, after the winter time, it was like a Saturday once, right in springtime, and that we had to, my brother and I, that was our chore. You had to go out, you had to get all the screens from down in the garage, wash them all in the tub, and then put them in, and they were a mess. You can literally, I mean, this, with the power you have here, you just lay them out, you just spray them clean. It would take a matter of seconds. Or if they're already in, same thing. It's, you know, you get the dust and you get all of that yuckiness on your screens and your windows. This, I mean, you have a lot of power and a lot of height with this, and I'll show you over here in the wall. But again, whether it's the fencing, whether it's the deck, whether it's the car, whether it's the driveway, whether it's your patio furniture, and you said it, it's not intimidating. I'm here in the studio, I'm outside, I'm holding it with one hand. The grip, that's another neat thing about this. It's a nice, long, wide grip, where before they would just be like a little trigger. So you have the full grip on here. I'm gonna go over here to the actual siding on the studio. And I'm gonna just start at the top and show you. I mean, I'm not even that far away. Look what happens. I mean, you can see all of the dirt. Am I getting you wet, Jed? I'm sorry. My poor cameraman's looking at me like, what are you doing, Lynn? I'm sorry about that, but I just wanted to show you how it just melts away. It's that simple, and I'm doing it with one hand. The other thing is, and Peter, I don't know, I'm holding it with one hand. I don't have the weight on here. What is the approximate weight? It's a nice, you know, easy, wide wheels to be able to roll it around.
Yeah. Yeah, just under 17 pounds for the whole thing. But you're right, when you're holding this, it's just a couple of pounds in your hand. And even when you pull the trigger, it's not something that you have to grip tightly. It's super easy.
I think we may have just frozen up. It's so funny. I'm sitting out here amongst all the mud, and my producer just said, you have white sneakers on, you have white jeans on, and you're not getting dirt anywhere, but you're not, because I can stand away from anything. Okay, here's what's happening. It's our best value today. It's our only planned today's special power washer for the rest of the year. And we thought, what better time than right now as we're, you know, getting the spring, bringing out the summer furniture, looking at what maybe the winter is left behind on the windows, on the siding, getting out, the weather's getting nicer. Honestly, this has more power than a lot of car washes that I have been to. I mean, it's like your own car wash right there in your garage. Sorry about that, Peter. I think we lost you just for a second, but I think we got you back up.
All right, no problem. Yeah, some of the other things that I think are really important that are left out all winter long. How about the barbecue grill? Certainly the patio furniture, all that stuff. Here, I can really apply the power to that stainless steel grill. And again, this is something that you might be spraying and wiping. It could take a while. Here, we're talking about less than a minute blasting. I mean, you can hear that power. You're blasting this away in under a minute, getting that clean. Oh, let me get the top. Look at that. But it just blasted all the way. Oh, let's the other side, 32. And you can get all of that so fast and easy. It's amazing. And then let's go over to that trash can. Look at that. I even got half that trash can before I even got to it. These are the kind of gross things you don't want to get up close. Blast it all away. Maybe that's something where you want to add some detergent to it, some soap, and let's just let it do its thing. And then here, how about the outdoor rugs, patio rugs, things like that? Same thing. Let's blast that away. Let me adjust that a little bit. I don't need that much power. But look at that. When you get down in there, and what you're doing is just blasting away that stain. I mean, that is incredible. And then you can just work it back and forth until that stain is right off the end. And you are done. I mean, that's incredible. Again, you're just using the power of that 1900 PSI to blast everything away. So let's go from the grill to the garbage can to that carpet and then back up here on the side of the house. I'll dial that all the way in so we can get the highest part of that house and blast away all that dirt and grime. I love that. In the corners. I mean, this is the only way to clean this. And it's not difficult. You will not struggle with this. You know, Lynn, you were talking about the professionals who come and do this. Many times I think the thing the professionals have over you is that they own the equipment already. They're using it. All you have to do is get one home for yourself, and you'll be a lot like them because it doesn't take a lot of work or strength. Just push that water right where you want to start cleaning.
It's truly that simple. My producer, Andre, was just saying he does a couple years ago, and he had a 1500 DPI, and he said right before he sold the house, you know, they recommended that he pressure wash everything. He said, Lynn, it was so simple. It was so easy. I did my driveway, I did my fence, I did all the siding of the house, and he said he's actually telling me right now, and it was fun. It's fun to see the results, right? And it's easy to do.
Exactly. Right, you kind of get, truthfully, you're going to get obsessed with using this throughout the entire spring and summer. Because when you can take this, you know, here, I'll do some more of this brick because I think this is a great area where when you see the difference in that brick immediately, when you see all that black mold and mildew disappear, you are going to be amazed. Let me see where I need to get that. How about right there? I mean, this is all real dirt, I'm embarrassed to say. This is what it looks like outside by the barn. I mean, and you can get amazing. Look at that. That entire brick is black, and now it's coming up clean. There's no other way to do this. So this is why you get obsessed. There's instant gratification. This brickwork and all that mortar is going to look completely new. Look at that. That's just seconds. You can do that, and that's when you get more excited, saying, wait a minute. If I can make that brick look brand new, I can make the side of the house look brand new. If it's doors and windows and siding and fences and the car and the driveway, you just go all the way around your house because it's easy to use. There's no gas involved. You're just going to plug it in, add your garden hose, and you have this cleaning powerhouse all around the outside of your house.
And consistent pressure, as long as you're, you know, holding the larger nozzle down, it is 100% consistent. You know, we're live on Facebook, so I'm gonna ask you a few questions as well. We also have a lot of handyman that are writing in saying, this has been one of the best purchases I've ever made at HSN. Not at today's special price, one that they've had for years and years, just for doing just that, going to people's houses, again, maybe cleaning off the pool deck or the siding or the screens or again, the driveway, the sidewalks, whatever it may be, the windows. So one of the questions on Facebook, Peter, was, does this also do a soft wash?
Well, of course, that's what I think is so important about this nozzle. So you see when you dial that up to it's a very wide spray, then it's much less pressure. Then as I bring that tighter and tighter and tighter, I'm increasing that to where now I've got it all the way. So right there, that's that 1900 PSI. But let's go back. If we want to do a soft wash, you know what this is actually good for? If, and Guy was talking about this earlier, if I wanted to just clear the leaves off a rock garden, or I wanted to use it almost to sweep an area, you can do that.
Yeah.
That's what this allows you to do. So you can get that low pressure, that soft wash. I mean, Guy was even talking about if you wanted to water a flower bed with this, you could do that. Remember, you're in control with that nozzle. That's what I think is so nice about it. You can have everything you want. That soft, easy wash, almost like a water broom, and then that super intense laser jet with that 1900 PSI. So that's a great question, but just know that you have that power, that control right there in your hand, which makes it really even easier.
And even having that, you know, again, that misting that you said, the softer wash.
Yeah.
How about, you know, you're watering the garden, watering all your beautiful flowers. And speaking of, we have some of our #1 top selling, we have the hummingbird mint floral we're going to talk about today, that sells out every single time, but gentle enough that you can do all your shrubbery and do it so quickly. That's the beauty. Okay, just tuning in, best value of the day. Here's your color choices. That's the only decision you need to make. We have green, we have blue being most popular so far in this airing, red, and then we also have it available for you in the gray. So any questions whatsoever, please feel free to ask. We're live on Facebook, but going back to what we love about HSN, this is a one-day only special. We are very, very, very busy. We're getting ready for spring, we're getting ready for summer, we're outdoor. Maybe let's walk outside right now and be like, oh my goodness, look at my sidewalk. Oh, I didn't even notice. Look at the dirt on my siding. I'm telling you, this is gonna be, it's like you think you reach for your hose. Like you said, once you start using it, you will use it every single day. And then washing the car, and then all the other usage. Your neighbors are gonna wanna start borrowing it. But with FlexPay today, here's the thing I want you to understand. 2-year warranty, when you shop using any major credit card or debit card, under $25, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee with every purchase that you make. We're not repeating this. One of the most powerful of all and most popular of all power washes that we offer. So I know, Peter, we have just about 2 minutes. We want to recap one more time. Again, if you want that blue, it's going quickly. The greens, they're all going quickly. No wonder.
Well, I'll go over some of the things that I think are really important. One of them is going to be that 20 feet of pressurized hose. So you're never right next to the unit the whole time, even though it's small and compact, even though it has the wheels, you don't have to keep moving it. You can do the whole patio, the whole driveway. You can see how much pressurized hose you have. And then you have that long extension cord that puts in 36 feet for the electrical. So again, you can use this in so many different areas. It makes it easy, but then wrap it all up. It's super compact and you can put it away. We didn't talk about pavers, and everybody's got pavers or stepping stones in the backyard side of the house, and this is a great way to clean those. And they get that green, you know, kind of slime all over them. And again, this is going to make quick work of all those areas. So if you've got pavers, and just like my driveway and some of that brickwork, you forget how great it can look. It doesn't mean, hey, it's time to replace the pavers. It means we just have to hit that with the pressure washer and see an enormous difference. Maybe you have them with a really nice color. Maybe they're the brick kind of color, or maybe they kind of have another nice color to them, and you've forgotten because they've gotten dirty. This pressure washer will handle it. So everyone out there, this pressure washer is made for the HSN viewer. If you are doing things just like I'm doing here, pavers, driveways, side of your house, fencing, brickwork, you are gonna love it, and it's super easy. Not intimidating, Lynn, for sure.
I'm making a lot of noise because now I got the bug. I want to clean everything that we have out here in the studio. I mean, this is like clay plots, you know. Look at the dirt, and that's really built-in dirt. That's like probably all season long. But you said it. I mean, over here to the siding. I mean, it just a matter of seconds. There's no soap, no nothing. All that power, and I'm doing it with one hand. That is the beauty there. Guy was saying earlier, he purchased one a few years back. It was 1,500 DPIs. And he said, Lynn, that's the one I still use. It's awesome. I use it all the time. Danny, his son, uses it all the time. He was talking about pavers. He was talking about, you know, how intricate the pavers are now. And if they have like little designs in them, then everything gets stuck on the inside. Peter, this is like beyond an awesome today's special. Super.
You can't beat it. I think anyone who gets theirs home, they will become obsessed with how great the cleaning is. Absolutely.
Thank you, my friend. Well, listen, we'll see you in not even an hour, right? We'll see you at the top of the hour, I guess at 3 o'clock. Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Lynn. See you later.
We are super busy. Again, if you can take advantage of shopping hsn.com or download the HSN app, that'll be your quickest and easiest way to get through. I mentioned we have a brand new premiere that's going to be coming up for you in this hour. It's called Bellport